how do you keep the camaraderie of this team together, during these next couple of weeks until training camp?
Yeah, a lot of guys are going to spread out all over the place. So really it's just keeping in touch, man, and getting together and putting some work in. I know a lot of guys will come up here and work out and just stay with the quarterbacks and throwing and just doing the things that we need to do to get prepared for the season. Because you can't just go, home for this break and not do anything. So if we're gonna be doing something anyway, we might as well do it together.
Zeke was saying he's trying to become more of a vocal leader. Have you kind of seen him take strides in that department and connect with guys maybe more than he has the first 2 years?
Yeah, I know he's saying that, but I already feel like he's been a vocal leader for us. So maybe he feels like he needs to improve, but I feel like he's done a good job of that and been there for all of his guys. So I don't really think he needs to improve on it. I think he's done a good job, all along.
He was talking about getting some guys together over the course of these 5 weeks to keep grinding, keep working, keep fine-tuning things. How important is that for this group?
Right, it's really important, especially since we got a young team and a bunch of new guys that haven't played together. It'd be nice just to steal some time these next few weeks and get together and just work on a lot of things together that we haven't really gotten to do as much of. There's so many guys on the team right now, 90 guys on the roster. There's a lot of reps to go around, so there's not very many for everybody individually. So we need to steal some time over these next few weeks and get together.
Jason was saying he was trying to instill in everybody, hey, vacation starts when vacation starts, basically to keep everybody kind of locked in for one last day. It sounds like maybe for some guys there isn't a whole lot of vacation, though. You guys are going to try and...
No, I mean, guys are going to get away a little bit for a little while, but there's really, in the NFL, there's never a vacation, man. There's just times where you're not up here, but, you still have to put the work in. You can't just do nothing. You get too far behind, and while you're not working, somebody else is. So you got to know that being in the NFL, you're with the best guys in the world. So any day you really take off, that's a chance for another guy to get ahead of you.
Cole, you talked the other day about coming off a down year, and Alan actually talked about a number of you guys in the receiver group coming off a down year and what that might mean. Is there something to that there's a collection of you guys trying to bounce back?
Yeah, just, I've always had a chip on my shoulder, but, it just adds more to it, I guess. It makes it into a boulder. A lot of guys are writing us off, so, we just can't get really caught up in that. We just got to stay grinding and focus on it one day at a time and get better and, let that create a hunger for us.
I don't know that you necessarily get a whole lot of one-on-one opportunities with him, but from the other side of the ball, what do you see of Byron Jones and him making that transition back to corner?
I mean, he's been playing corner. Even if he didn't play it in the game, he was covering tight ends. But, in practice, he'd been doing one-on-ones with us sometimes in the slot. So he hadn't really had much time off of doing it. He's been covering guys man, and he's definitely a capable guy. He's very long and explosive, and they're going to have to throw the ball extremely high to get it around him. So he'll be all right out there.
Cole, when thinking of the tight ends, we've talked a lot about his leadership and what Jason Witten brought to this team. But in terms of that tight end group, and I know specifically with them, but what have you seen from them? Seems like a real young group as well.
Well, two of them have gotten to learn from the best, man, and they've been under him for a while, and Swaim has been under him for a few years, and those guys have a lot of talent that's been covered up, because Jason Witten's been so great for us, but like I said, they've been taught by the best, and I know they're going to come in and do their job like they know how.
Will that have an impact on the scheme at all, because they don't have a ton of NFL experience when it comes to that?
I don't think so. I think Linehan has faith in those guys. He's seen what they can do and seen them make plays in practice. So I don't think we'll change anything. It'll still be asked a lot of that position. They got to block, run, and catch, and do everything that we need them to do, and they can do it.
What do you tell Michael Gallup about how to be prepared for the grind that is the NFL receiver?
Really, it's just the grind of, taking it one day at a time. Once you get too far ahead of yourself, that's when you start to struggle and start thinking about, far down the road. When you take it one day at a time, he'll be all right. And I tell him that. And really, it's one play at a time. And then after practice is over, it's doing what you have to do in there to get ready for the next day. So if you just keep it like that, then it doesn't get too overwhelming. When you start thinking about all the stuff you have to do in the future, then that's when it can kind of wear on you a little bit. But you keep it one day at a time, just focus what you have to do on that day, you'll be good. And he's done a good job of that so far, and I think he'll continue to.